Hello and welcome to Continuing Clockwise, a channel about games, gamers, and gaming. I'm Chad. For today's video, we're going to talk about The Resistance. I bought this game recently to play at my 45th birthday party. So I'm going to tell you why I chose this game and give you some reflections about whether it lived up to my expectations and some advice on whether you should buy this game. So first, an overview. It is produced by Indie Boards and Cards and was first sold in 2009. It was designed by Ben Eckridge and is very similar to games like Mafia and Werewolf. I haven't played them, but as I understand it, those are older games with a very kind of similar vibe. This game costs about $15. You can probably find it for less even. The Resistance is part of a genre of games where you gather your friends together and then you lie and manipulate one another within the confines of the game in order to win. Right off the bat, if you play a lot of party games and your friends really enjoy that dynamic, you should definitely buy this game. If that doesn't sound fun to you, don't buy this game. In my case, however, I only wanted to buy one of these games. So I did some research, mostly from Board Game Geek, and I'll put the Board Game Geek Resistance page link in the description below. I also watched some videos and clicked around through Shut Up and Sit Down, so I'll put that link below as well. The consensus seems to be that the Resistance's sister game, The Resistance Avalon, with an Arthurian setting, rates a little bit higher, is the preferred of the two. But I had some specific reasons for going in that direction. The first was, I knew that my friends were a mix of gamers and non-gamers. I needed a game that I could set up quickly, I could teach quickly, and we could play it quickly. So in that case, more fidgety rules were not going to help me. I think on Board Game Geek, they've got the weight score is 1.63 out of 5, which tells us it's not a very complicated game. And it was true. This game was quick to learn, easy to teach. We played it a few times. Typical playing time was about 30 minutes, which was perfect for what I was looking for. I think it might have gone a little longer in our more intense games because there was more discussion with more players. And The Resistance has 2 additional expansions. So if you want a little bit more to it, a little more meat on the bone, you can go in that direction. I haven't seen those. I haven't played them, so I can't speak to their quality, but they're out there. Hidden Agenda and Hidden Intent are what they're called. The second reason that I chose this version is that it is set in the dystopian universe, which is a very specific setting owned by that company. And it's flavored that you are resistance fighters trying to overthrow a totalitarian government. And I knew that my friends would eat that up. That would have a lot of resonance for the people at this party. So if you share the reasons that I had, you should definitely buy this game. It achieved both of those really well. Now, I have to admit, I typically enjoy games with a little bit more toy-like, fidgety pieces and bits. You'll see behind me, I have those 2 Battlestar Galactica games, and I've got the Rex game that there's another video that you should check out as well. And both of those games have little spaceships in them. Now, The Resistance, like I said, is $15. You're not going to get little plastic spaceships in a new game for $15. But let's take a look at what comes inside of this tidy little box. So you'll see there's several different kinds of cards, and the artwork in this game really is very strong. There's also some different tokens and just enough fidgety bits to make the game work. Frankly, anything else in that box would be extra and would be a distraction. I do have a few quibbles that I think are fairly minor, but in the interest of transparency, I want to mention them. The first is if the characters represented, you'll see that there's a moderate amount of diversity. No characters really have dark skin. Now, they're not all white either. There are a handful of different ethnicities represented. So I think it gets kind of a medium rating on the diversity scale and the representation scale. And the other thing that came up while we were playing was that not all of my players were entirely comfortable with the gun imagery on those tokens. There was something about suggesting that there was a violent overthrow of the government that they were a little uncomfortable with. It didn't hurt anyone's ability to enjoy the game, but someone mentioned it. But like I said, I find those quibbles to be relatively minor. And to summarize, I bought this game for 2 reasons. One was that I needed something quick and easy to learn for a group of gamers and non-gamers. And 2, I really liked the flavor. This game succeeded really strongly on both fronts. This game did exactly what it needed to do. So if you have similar goals, you should buy this game. So if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments section. If you've played this game, I'd love to hear how it went. I would also love to hear of your experience playing other games. Have you played the Avalon version? Have you played Werewolf or Mafia or Or Coup, I think, is another version that's out there. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. And until next week, game great.